Yeah, one of the outstanding performers, and this is the Healthspan Elite Performers of the Week. But through RugbyPass, and thanks to RugbyPass, your votes have led to the fact that Jordie Barrett got 61.8% of the votes, Ardie Savea and Cody Taylor, the other two players you highlighted as standing out. JK, Jordie Barrett's performance, was this his most impactful game for the All Blacks?
Well, I think he loves fullback. I think he wants to play fullback. And I think that was his biggest statement to say, I want that jersey. I think the combination of his height, his high ball skills, although, he missed a few, but all in all, I think he was good. And this, this is, I love you. This is a moment where he'll never forget. And for me, he's really stood up and said, this is what I can bring. Totally different to Damian McKenzie, by the way, totally different. But I think he gives the back three a lot of confidence. And the team, he lines up from 55 and everyone's going, yeah, he can get this.
Yeah. 100%, and that is not nice to play against when you know you're giving away penalties, even in the other half, and they can still kick the goals. For me, I just love that Jordie got his moment. I think he gets a really hard time. He does make mistakes. I'm not saying he does do that, but I'm just so stoked for him. He got his moment. He stood up, and as a player on the field, when you have your leaders, George Bridge is not a bad player, but when you've got your leaders and your good players dropping balls, making errors, and your mate next to you stands up and takes those balls on the full, calling the mark and kicking those penalties, that is huge for on-field confidence.
Do you think it's more than just the challenge of the Springboks and the high ball that maybe he can claim that 15 starting jersey as you start changing combinations? Look, we've known that Richie Mo'unga is available for selection. You bring that into the mix, he's been playing with Damian McKenzie. Hold on, everyone is a number of different players available. Do you think, though, this weekend that they will stick with the Beauden-Barrett and Jordie Barrett combination?
I think for the meantime, absolutely. I think they're on a real roll. Cody Taylor just talked about how tight they're becoming. But also, JK mentioned he can kick those long balls, and that, for me, if you're a captain and you need 3 points and it is a 1-point game and it's the 78th minute, I'm looking at Jordie.
Do you know what I do love about it too? It does take some pressure off Beauden-Barrett in terms of the goal kicking and that confidence to know that he's going to nail them from everywhere. You're nodding away, yes, 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 and I get that. But if you think about who we've had success with already this year, and in Bledisloe Cup games, the combination that was very, very good was Richie Mo'unga and Damian McKenzie. And he may have just arrived, but he's a guy that knows how to condition.
You cannot tell me that he's going to do 2 weeks of MIQ and then play a test match against South Africa. I just don't think they'll do it.
OK, all right.